Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Burt. My company is Crystal Technology Screens. I thought I'd do a up-to-date video on the Digital1crystal screen paint since all the ones we have are from the past. So this right here is a screen paint that I first started making when I first started my company under Digital1crystal screen paint. And this paint, like I said, we had beta testers. We had a 10-year global contract overseas with it. Sold a lot of product involving the Digital1crystal screen paint. And as I said before, I showed you in demonstrations, it does not compare to the technology we have now. But instead of it just sitting in a bunch of books all day long, we thought we'd just give it out for free. So, and like I said, there's no way it hurts my sales at all because the technology, we have two different technologies. But as I said before, this is paint, that's technology. As I said before, that you got some people out there, that's at the end of the day, that just have products out there. I mean, if you, at the end of the day, if this is what you like and this is what you enjoy, why should you go out and pay $85 for something that at the end of the day has no testing or anything at all? And at the end of the day, it's just black and white paint. As I told you before, this is how it was made 7 years ago. That a lot of these screen paint products that were made back then were just black and white paint with a little glitter and a little silver in it. That's basically about it. So we're going to do a lights out demonstration because this stuff doesn't do too well with the lights on. It does much better with the lights out. When we did these demonstrations back in the day, we never used this much lighting in the environment whatsoever because the color and contrast wouldn't pick up all so well. We just have a little couple of single lights in there, and that's basically about it. So I'm going to go upstairs and grab my lights. Got my chair over here. I'm going to sit back and watch a demonstration off of this. All right, and we're using our 720p projector. Of course, the projector we're using in the demonstration is a projector that anybody at the end of the day can afford. It's a Crystal LW 401 projector. No calibration at all, none of that nonsense. We're using the calibration at all, period. It's just a 720p projector. You can get it for like $270 or $280, depending on where you go. All right, so let's show you what we got here. And it shows you at the end of the day, you don't have to spend the money for a high-end projector. Make sure my Wi-Fi is disconnected. There we go. I get that Wi-Fi off of there. The product that we have on our website. Not our website, but we have our own Digital1crystal screen paint website. So that way you can see exactly how it looks on just a 720p projector. All right, so I'm gonna sit down and enjoy this. See if we get this rewind back a little bit here. And like I said, these mixes are free that we have on our website under our company, Digital1crystal Screen Paint. I know you're going to have certain individuals trying to claim that, oh no, the company doesn't exist. It does exist. It's been out way before that person ever existed. We didn't even know who he was when I actually first developed this company. No one knew who Crow was. No one knew who Parte was. You the guys didn't even exist when we were making this stuff. So let's show you the Digital1crystal Screen Paint. Now, as I said before, we have given them opportunities to make any of the mixes we have posted below, anyone on the website. This individual, like I say, always claims that all mixes belong to him. At the end of the day, as I said before, that this is a product we were making for a very long time. About 7 years back, we were developing and making the Digital1crystal Screen Paint. And if he feels that this is supposed to be his product, again, he'll be admitting that the product he makes is black and white paint because this is what this is at the end of the day. And he hasn't done any demonstrations. The fellow by the name of Crow 1176 hasn't done any demonstrations showing the difference between his product and what we have here. So, it is what it is. And we have the right. This is our technology. This is our screen paint we developed many years ago. If I want to give it away for free, give it away for free. If he feels that in any way that this is basically supposed to be belonging to his stuff, then just do the demonstration and show there's a difference between the two. If not, like I said, this is black and white paint at the end of the day. And as I said, no expensive 4Ks. When we start making this stuff, we didn't have 4K projectors. We didn't have a 1080p projector. We had 720p only. That's all we had. There's no calibrating. None of that stuff was going on back then. Now this one right here is out of the 4 screen paints we made, out of the Digital1crystal screen paint. This one right here is called the mid gray. Like I said, it's not going to have the abilities of the black screens, being able to produce that 100% contrast level, that color pop. But at least at the end of the day, you know what you're buying. Or not, sorry, not buying, you get it for free of that. And you have to buy your own ingredients. So I thought I'd add some up-to-date videos to the website. And we'll put down the price we got for the projector. You can find them on eBay right now. I love how I'm looking at this. I can see my past when I look at this screen. And now I can see, I don't know if you can see it, but from my point of view, since I said I've been developing this stuff for years, from my point of view, from dealing with black technology, I can see all the flaws, every single one of them, compared to what we have now. Like I said, at the end of the day, it all reacts the same way. Whether it be Digital1, whether it be Crows, it all reacts the same way. The products are old, as I said before. But you shouldn't be paying for it. Now, the other people who make screen paint products on eBay, I can't say anything about their products because we don't have it here. We've never tested their stuff, and I don't have any plans to test it to begin with. You know, they're not out there making outlandish accusations about their products. Only these 2 individuals are doing it. I don't need a $3,000 projector to do the same thing you're doing. I have a 1080p 5,000 lumen projector upstairs. Didn't even need to bring it downstairs. What's the point? 720p will do just fine. There we go. Start backlighting these things. Let's see. Now, whatever paint that's in my house, oh heck no. No. But at least at the end of the day, for those of you, like I said, if this is what you like, at least you don't have to pay for it. That's why we sent them the review, that he can basically copy down the ingredients that's out there for everybody to take. You can copy down the ingredients, you can go on live, make it, do a side-by-side demonstration, see if it matches his product. If he doesn't do it, at the end of the day, we already asked him 8 times, I doubt he's ever going to do it. So with that being said, he can't say at the end of the day that his product is anything, nothing more than black and white paint. The Digital1crystal screen product is a black and white screen paint product. That's what it is. It's made with black and white paint. It does the exact same thing that the gray mix that we tested out, I'm going to say not all of them, but the gray mixes that we tested out, it does the exact same thing. That leaning against the screen that you can't see anymore is the Metallica Mix 2.0. And that is the Digital1crystal Screen Paint Mid. As at the end of the day, they all do the exact same thing. So right here, that's the Metallica Mix right there. When I get into the screen. So it does the same thing as all the others. I'm not saying all the others, because I can't say that because I haven't tested those. Can't really say that. But I can say that the mixes we do have here, it does blend them just quite well. So at the end of the day, I told you they're all black and white paints. Not all of them, sorry about that. Here's the personal mix. Right there. That's the Metallica Mix. Right, if I can find it, right there. Right there on the screen. And they're both matching with no problem whatsoever. So that's one of the Digital1crystal screen paint mixes called the mid gray. And the mid gray is matching both of the screen paint products, the personal mix and the Metallica Mix at the same time. So if you ever want to do a comparison next to his product versus ours, the Digital One can match the screen, both of them at the same time. Like I said, at the end of the day, we don't need an expensive projector to do it. Our projector sits back 12 feet from the screen. So for one of his screen paints, that product does both of them at the same time. .4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
See how much different it looks when you don't have a black screen sitting in front of it? There you go. Black screen changes that entire screen. If I put on red, blue, or green, this screen will not be to keep up. Neither one will be to the black screen. And the black screen can still maintain its white levels to blend in. Full contrast, these screens can't even begin to even see. But as I said before, we have this on a standalone. On a standalone, I mean, I could pretty much make this screen look absolutely incredible on a standalone. That black technology sitting next to it, not going to look too good. So here we are. Let's go right here. We're just going to do this on a standalone because at the end of the day, I mean, our sales right now are doing fantastic. And thank you so much for our customers for supporting us on the Phantom and Phoenix technology. But this is for those individuals, like I said, at the end of the day, who basically just want a nice screen. And for these paints being this old, like the ones we tested, I don't know about the rest of them, can't say that. But for the paints we've already tested already, it's an old product. It's matching the Digital1crystal screen paint with no problem. And our product's matching it, which shows that that product is a 7-year-old product. It should never have been priced at $85. Never. It's 7 years old. That's why we gave it away for free. I told you to come back in and do this in the dark, did I not? That's Metallica mix, personal mix. You can't even tell where it's at. It's right here. Can't see it? It's right there. See, I gotta move it. You can't even see it. It blends the screen so well, you can't even see the screen, can you? It's there. It's right there. So you follow the green tape. So I'm gonna tell you just like it is. Number one, does this have the contrast level equal to a black screen? No. Can it pull color levels next to a black screen or a dark gunmetal screen? No. All the accusations that were claimed that this product could, that the Metallica mix and all the different mixes he made, no, they can't do any of that at all. At the end of the day, it is basic black and white paint. That's what it is. It's a 7-year-old product. That's why I said we brought back the old Digital1crystal screen paint, put it on the market, put it up there for free. Anyone can go into the website, hit the link. When you hit the link, go on the shop. When you go in the shop, click on that, you'll see the 4 ingredients. Go on anywhere you click on, we'll give you the ingredients of what we have here. So this is the mid-gray, which I need to put that in the post. It's the mid-gray. But just to show you that if, it comes up and he claims that, oh, it's not my product, so-and-so, at the end of the day, all you got to do is make the product live for everybody to see, match the ingredients, do a side-by-side demonstration to show that the products we have on the site, the products that we listed below, are not affiliated with your product. That's pretty much all he has to do. Other than that, that site's been getting hit like crazy today. So people are going there and they're making those mixes in there. And those of you who already have your mixes are going in and getting it to test it against their own product. Because they want to do a YouTube video and they want to prove me wrong. And that's what they want to do. And that's what we're counting on. We're counting on you to basically want to prove me wrong. And that's what I'm challenging you to do. Prove me wrong. Make that mix, stick it against your screen, see if it doesn't match. See if if it doesn't match, see if it doesn't have a close enough match to the point you can't tell one from the other. Because at the end of the day, that one's free. The other one you have is going to cost you money. And that's why I said these tests have to be done. This is why when we have companies that request us, hey, at the end of the day, how come I can't do the same thing with black paint? Show me the difference between your product and black paint. That's why you see all those demonstrations. Because I can take that one demonstration, me draw it on the screen. Oh man, that has brought us so many orders, it's not even funny. Because people can tell the difference. We can show it where they can't. There you go. So we're going to do a couple of these. I'm going to do a couple of these without talking. These are just going to be update videos we're going to put on there so people can see the screen paint now or more newer, actually not a newer projector. That projector back there is 2014. Yeah, right around the time we started making this stuff, that projector was popular behind me. So this stuff is like, everybody's product's 7 years old. Videos dating back 2012. This projector launched in 2012, was discontinued in 2014. So this projector literally came out right around the time. Oh wow, that's pretty interesting when you think about that. That is really interesting. We got a 7-year-old product, and my projector behind me is about 7 years old. Isn't that interesting? That is freaking interesting right there. got it shown here real quick. Probably want to see what contrast looks like on the screen, huh? Now, this was about 7 years ago. I was making this stuff. Which one would I choose? This one right here. This is really one I would choose. The mid-gray. So badly when I take the black screen. Learn the difference between a black screen, but I can't do that in this demonstration. This has to be strictly for the screen. Oh man, there's just so much missing. That's my mind. I'm used to staring at black screens all day, so I see things differently. So for me, I hate to say at the end of the day, this is torture for me because I'm used to seeing a much better vivid color. But like I said, it does the same thing his product does anyway at the end of the day. But like I said, if you feel that I'm wrong, customers or any of him, prove me wrong. What's it gonna hurt? The ingredients is free. You make it, make a little bit of it, paint alongside of your screen, do a sample sheet, and see what happens. When it came to the screen paint era, gray screen paints 7 years ago, Digital1crystal screen paint was king. And yes, it was. That's why we could bring a product that was developed 7 years, bring it back here, and basically blend into all these screens. 7 years ago, we can bring a product up that's claiming, these products are claiming to be the newer technology. Yeah, right. They're 7 years old. And you shouldn't be paying $85 for a 7-year-old product. Let's see what else we got on here. Ooh, definitely gotta do this one. Now, I'll show you what it's gonna look like with lights on. We did lights on already. Put the lights off, but I'm gonna turn my lights on anyway near the end. But as you can see, like I said, in the dark, with the projector we had behind it at 4,000 lumens, 720p. Let me see if I can bring up my, there we go. 720p. That's what we're running in right now. Is it also short throw compatible? Yes, it is. Is it short throw compatible? Yes, it is. It'll react exactly the same way as the products that you see sold by him. The only difference, this one's free, and the other one will cost you money. Now, we don't have any testing. Like, we don't test this product against high-end screens or none of that stuff. No, we don't do any of that. It's just it's a screen paint. That's it. It has limitations. Can't do what the black screens can do. But at the end of the day, at least you're not paying $85 for it. All right, put the lights on. This is going to wash out even more because this is the lighter mix right there. The personal mix is much lighter than the Metallica mix. The Metallica mix blends right into the screen. That's why I tell you that you have to be with the lights out. When you work, we have this stuff. See how the bright colors show up better? That's supposed to be jet black. That's why you have to be in the dark with these screen paints. That screen over there can pick up a contrast level with the lights on. See now? See the difference? My projector is 4,000 lumens. That's why every time you see a demonstration under his product, that's why when it comes to contrast levels, he does them in the dark. They don't pick up well with lights on. We can mimic every demonstration he does with this screen right here. Every single demonstration that he does on his channel, we can mimic it with that screen. I just had to. I have to. It's part of me. I have to. See? Through demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
The reason why I do this is because I don't want people to be misled. I want you thinking that this screen is going to do the same thing as the darker technology we have. It's not. It's not going to be the same thing. But like I said, at the end of the day, if you like being in the dark, you know what I mean, you don't expect a lot from colors and contrast and stuff like that, and you're happy with that, you know, then you got it. You got free paint right there. You got several of them too. We may make a couple more. I got a couple more in the Digital1crystal screen paint collection that I'm probably going to bring up too also. Skyworth, the food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now you see how the gray screen paints here, the lighter ones pull up good white levels, but the problem is that the darker mixes have a problem with seeing white levels. They can pull up contrast. It's like for them, it's not even. So that black technology we have in there, Phantom can see white levels, contrast, and color. When you're dealing with the mix, this is what you bring up. The lighter paint will bring up the white levels. The darker paints will bring up the contrast. There is no in between. That's how it works. There's no in between. So I'll show you. Now, I remember yesterday where, I don't know who was supposed to be in the room, posing as Crow, I don't know who that person was. And they made a comment in the room. They said, oh, your product's too dark, too much, because this is the color of a UV. So dark it is. So I don't know why you would say the product is too dark when this product right here, which we have there, can't see a white level. Now I can pick up a contrast, yeah, but it can't pick up a white level. So I'm going to show you what happens when you have a screen paint product. So those of you, just so you know this before, I'm not giving you something for free and I'm putting it down, but I'm telling you the truth. This is what's going to happen. I'm not going to come on here and tell you a bunch of lies. This is what's going to happen. You have one that's too dark, that produces a contrast level, and you have one that's too white, that produces a high white level. All right, so we take the UV, we'll put it right there. All right, so you have a choice of one or the other. You can't do both. So first we'll go over to the white levels. Now you see where the screen is dark, the contrast level is picking up much better on the UV, and these screens are washed out. Where these screens are going to pick up the white levels, and this screen is going to become dark. See? That's what happens. So what happens if you add too much white into it, then you lose your contrast levels, and you end up with this. And if you add too much black paint into it, then you end up with this and use your white levels. There is no such thing as a balance. It doesn't exist. Not with this product, it doesn't. So if we go with white screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now you see where these colors are going to pick up a higher white level, even though screen paint behind it, where the UV is going to come up too dark. It's too much paint in it. It's too much of a black level. Now, just not to have the UV by itself. I don't want him thinking that at the end of the day, we're just picking on his UV mix. Here is the dark gray mix that we made to put against, or we made this ourselves. This is 5 tablespoons of black paint. White paint into black. That's what we made. That's our product right there. We use that to test against our gunmetals. That's actually darker than the UV. The UV is actually 6 tablespoons of white paint. That's actually 5. So if you go below 6, that's what you're going to end up with. So if you're going to be making that dark version of the UV, keep in mind, we put a warning in there that your white levels are going to suffer horribly because that product right there does not do well. The darker you make it, 6 would be the minimum I would go. To tell you the truth, I would rather go with 7 to tell you the truth. 7 would be much lighter than the UV, but at least you would have a somewhat white balance in there, maybe in there, I don't know. But that's what the whole entire whatchamacallit before the combo board is going to be designed for, to give you the option to take those different screen paints and experiment. So that's what that's going to be designed for. So that way you can adjust it to the way you want to adjust it to. All right, so we got the white levels there. Now let's see what happens if we go switch over to a blue. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now we'll switch over to the blue screen, and you'll see where the colors here come up too dark, here and here they don't pick up at all. See where you're missing your blue at? Now we should be doing this with the lights up, because like I said, none of these screens are going to be just surviving here. None of this stuff is ambient light rejection. He was right on that. When he told you this product was an ambient light rejection, it's not. It's nowhere near it at all, period. But we'll turn the lights out. I think we'll get a better shot of the lights on. Because this is where this stuff actually plays out better in a dark environment. Now, color looks a little bit better. So that's why I told you at the end of the day, you have to be in the dark. That's why when he was doing the demonstration with the P2 projector and you seen the colors all washed out, and he had all the screen paints up there, he converted back into the darkness. Because that's where his colors are going to show up a little better. Green screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, see in the green screen, you see where the lighter screens are picking up a much better green, but the darker paint is coming up a bit dirty. And even in the green, it's still faded. Well, it's not faded now, but you can't have any lights on because that screen would wash out. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now on the red screen, the darker screens here is the one we made with the 1 tablespoon, actually, sorry, 5 tablespoons of white paint, and the black paint shows up a much better red here. Neon yellow.
Getting that from YouTube.
Then we're going to choose a nice bright color now. Now you see what the darker screens are having problems now, but now the screens with the lighter screen paints are pulling up a much better yellow than the darker paints. See, that's what you have to go through. You have to go through a period where when you watch a movie, if you make your product too dark, then your white levels are going to suffer, color is going to suffer to a certain degree, where if you have the lighter products, your color is going to come out nice, but your contrast is going to suffer. So if we go with something like, let me see, Star-Filled Screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, go to the Star-Filled Screensaver.
Let's break down some way to do wild hot chicken and bacon. Look at that coverage for that pepper jack cheese and that new rotisserie style.
In the Star-Filled, you will see where the darker screens pull up better. Now, the one that's pulling up the best is the one right here. Yeah, as you can see my finger there. We'll get a little closer. See how this one's coming up darker? This is one we made with 5 tablespoons of white paint. That right there is the UV mix that was made. That was done with 6. We have the mimic that was 6. And there's the other products right there. Now, if we put just a little bit of light in the environment, yeah, we're good with that. Yeah, we have to anyway. We have to do it. I hate trying to share this. We have to meet. Darker screen paints are going to be to maintain their contrast levels much better than the lighter screen paints. That's why when you see them do demonstrations, they stick the nice bright colors in a fully lit environment, and they do contrast levels in the dark. OLED 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Example, this is what he likes to do. Let's see which screens react better. Now, see the contrast levels, right? Now we take the lights out. Screens are going to generate a little bit better in the dark than with the lights on. Even the darker screens are struggling with color right now. Now we have the lights out. They have a much better chance of both of them being able to improve the picture quality. If you notice, the darker screen paints, anytime a white level presents itself, it's going to come up dirty. Now you couldn't see the color that you could see in the darker mixes because there was too much light in the environment. They don't produce a high enough white light. And because they don't produce a high enough white light, they come up darker. The more light you have in the environment, the harder it is for the black screen to be able to pull the white level or the dark gray screen. That's the interesting about phantom technology. Phantom technology can be in the dark and pull amazing white levels. Be in the light and pull amazing white levels. is the last thing I want to do before I go upstairs and retire for the day. Here's the Phantom. So the Phantom can see white levels and contrast at the same time. That's to make Phantoms very powerful. They can blend into light gray screens. They come very close to white screens. I'm saying they are white screens, they come close to them. And the contrast levels are untouchable because they are extremely black screens. You thought a Phantom was impressive with the lights on, lights out, they're a whole nother world. We're still in 720p. That's why the individual has to understand that when we developed the Phantom's main purpose was to take on a black diamond. That's what it was designed to do. That's what it was constructed for. To take out every screen that we could throw against it, but to go after black diamond. And it did it at 10%. Got the video demonstrations to back it up. It went against 18 certifieds and some. When it was done with that, it went after ultra short throws. At 10%, it knocked out everything we had here in the shop. And you think a gray screen paint product can go side by side to this monster? No. It's sitting right against the screen right here that blend into your screen with no problem. And you can't tell one from the other because the white levels on the technology are that high, but you can see that contrast level pushing through. You or Partey has nothing on this technology. And as soon as the shopping carts open up, we'll show you why you want to stay away from it. And we're waiting, Partey, every day. We're watching your marketplace. And the minute your shopping carts open up, you're going to see a large amount of money pop into your PayPal account. That would be me. You want to go against this technology? All right, no problem. I'll wipe you quick. No problem. Y'all forget what the screen was designed for. This screen wasn't designed for your screen paint product. It was designed strictly for screen innovation. That's what we built it for. Unfortunately, we never got the sample sheets. Because I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, they were watching my demonstration. I guarantee at the end of the day, they were watching my demonstrations. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's why we didn't get our sample sheets. Nah, who cares? At the end of the day, as long as it's designed to do what it's supposed to do. We had our differences back and forth with screen innovation, but at the end of the day, even if it's behind closed doors, I want to see how this screen could stack up against their products. I don't want to go after one. I want to take on every last one of them in one hit. That's what I want to see. Battery's down there. Now you see how in the dark, the contrast levels next to the Phantom look like they're both doing the same thing. You have to be in the dark to get a somewhat decent contrast level off a gray screen. You can never be in a fully lit environment. You always have to remain in the dark. That's how it works. Today. I have to wait. I have to call you back. Like I said, screen paint is great. Like I said, it's free, but you can see where our technology, the darker screens, are much more advanced. They can pick up the exact same color as lighter screens with no problem whatsoever. Sorry for a bit of a mess on camera. I'm always a bit of a mess on camera. What the heck am I apologizing for? There is the gray screen paint products here. Got them at the very top. Showing those right there, blending into the Digital1crystal screen paint. So we have the future and the past, side by side. Isn't it beautiful? Future and past, side by side. And then we got Crow Screen Paint blended into the past, because it definitely can't keep up with the future. Phantom is beautiful technology. You have to appreciate a black screen that can pull a level that high. I think we're going to use this for a demonstration tomorrow. Have the Phantom right here where it's at, and then have the other screen where it's at right there, a little bit at the top of it so you can see it. So that way you see how amazing the freaking white levels are on Phantom technology. Like I said, the Digital1crystal screen paint isn't bad. It's a good product. But as I said before, going next side by side to Phantom technology, no. The Phantom's in a whole new different ball game. Why do you think I got 126 of it painted upstairs and another 35 of it painted upstairs. I got 2 of these screens in my home. First minute I saw the screen pull that white level came on, boom, I said, oh yeah, this is definitely going in the house. Any screen you see, that's my main screen in that one room, that lounge, that's my favorite. And the Phantom Black is my favorite. Look at that. That's why I sat there and sent the video. When I saw Partay's color of the screen paint, I said, man, this screen will crush it. No problem. It'll roll right over top of it. I would like to test this product against Digital1crystal screen paint. Because there's a few products I want to test against Digital1crystal screen paint. Let's go to, real quick, let's go to 4K demonstrations, Samsung.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, that's a nice aquarium. I like watching aquariums. Yeah, it's just doing too much to you. Let's get some bright colors. Contrast would be too easy. Let's do something to the screen. That's what I like to do. I don't do a lot of contrast levels on the screen because the screen's already designed for it. It's going to basically pull a higher contrast level. That's what it's developed to do. The most important thing when you're doing a black screen, you want to show off the white levels. The same thing if you're doing a gray screen, you want to show off a lot of contrast levels. When you show these contrast levels off, you have to do them in fully lit environments. You can't do it in the dark. You have to put it in as much light as possible. At the end of the day, you have to understand, not everybody's going to have the same living room setting that you're going to have at the end of the day. That's why we do these demonstrations outside, because, I love to do them outside because when we do them outside, it just shows that the screen can pull an image outside, ultra short, though, long, though, whatever, can pull that image outside. And the inside of the house is going to be a cakewalk. That's why we have big screens set up out there. And the bigger the screen, the better, because like I said, that's more strain on the projector. It's more the pixels have to expand out the farther the projector has to be back. The throw is going to be even farther back. So that's why we like doing these demonstrations on that level. But if you're constantly doing the same demonstration over and over and over again on this projector, ultra short throw, you sit up on top of the screen, it's tightly pushed into this little tiny screen. Come on. Here you go. Gotta change it up. Let's see, we got the other bright colors on here before we get out of here, because I gotta go finish blowing stuff up.
Hey Alexis, play holiday music.
We've been waiting all year to come together. Have a happy and safe holiday season from Lexus.
Now we got 2 of these we're going to be shipping out to 2 customers pretty soon. They're going to do the same demonstration we did over here. They're going to basically take black paint and they're going to draw on the screen and show a white level. That's what they're going to do in the demonstration. Because at the end of the day, how we market the screen, the only way you have a real one of these is you have to do that test. And in that test, these screens produce a higher white level than any other black surface we lay against it, especially black paint. If they can't do the same test or same demonstration, then they don't have our product. They got a fake. So I look forward to seeing it. And so far, the orders I got, we don't have one that came from them yet. And you don't have to go through somebody else to buy. You go directly to my website. I got no problem with taking your money. But until then, Digital1crystal screen paint is king. All right, we're done here. I'm gonna put this screen back over here. This is a great demonstration for them. I got 2 demonstrations to do on the screen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint the screen with everyday black paint. And then we're gonna put a white level on it and we're gonna draw into it with the a phantom, which is going to be the opposite. You're going to see the white levels push you every time we touch that screen with that product. That's going to be a fantastic demonstration to do. Then we're going to do this side by side. I like doing this side by side. I wonder if I can stand both up. Probably got enough room to stand both screens up side by side. So we'll take out the stand and we'll bring we need to bring two projectors on here for that. No, we're just doing side by side. We're just doing that way. Yeah, because once this overlaps, you won't even see that bar in the middle anymore because this is an edgeless screen, so it doesn't have a border on it. So we're doing side by side. We just make one big screen out of it. That'll be cool. That's what we'll do. That'll be for next. For right now, let me get this thing moved over here. That's my buddy contacting me, probably asking me about the demonstration, probably because he has a 180-inch screen in his house right now. This is one of my longtime customers. He's gonna be painting a black screen in this home pretty soon. He wants one of those big black screens. This screen's 180 inches. Who I wish I had another 180-inch screen. Had a 180-inch screen to put in his house. I'll do that sucker in all jet black. But that's what he's about to do. He's about to do an all black screen. Let's see. We'll go back to the original Digital1crystal screen paint. And let's go over here. Let's get this video right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to light. We got lights on right here, as you can see. The screen in the middle is a Metallica mix. But like I said, at the end of the day, you really can't lay claim on it because, you know, at the end of the day, he hasn't proven it not to be black and white paint. So, you know. Here is the personal mix. Right there. Personal mix is going to be a little bit lighter because it has less black paint in it. Same thing with the whole bare silver screen scenario. I told you the bare silver screen is going to come up lighter because it doesn't have any black paint in it. It's very, very light, where the other product he had black paint in it and it was a little darker. So, it's up to you at the end of the day. You get it for free or you pay for it. It's up to you. At the end of the day, it's no skin off my nose. That's what it comes down at the end of the day. It's your decision. Whether you pay for it. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, it's no skin off my nose. It's your money, not mine. I'm good. It's up to you. It's your decision at the end of the day on how you want to spend your $85. Where you want to put it toward. And we're in 720p. We're using the same old projectors that we always use, 720p. We didn't have 1080p projectors when we did the I finally got around 3 years in. I got my first 1080p projector, but everything else was 720p. So you don't really have to spend all that money to make the image look good. You don't have to go through all that. You don't have to calibrate your projector. You're in the dark. I think I put the link in for the, I think I did put the link in. Pretty sure I did for the digital one, but I'll put it in, I'll check upstairs and check, make sure everything's in there for you. See how pretty the colors are? Very easy to make demonstrations in the dark. Just to show you how good the Digital1crystal screen paint is, any demonstration that he posts up, we're going to mimic demonstration right off this product right here. Show you he does the exact same thing. Save your money, make it for free. He's got plenty of time to make all the mixes that we have at the bottom of the page, all the mixes we posted. He can make every last one of them live. You all have the ingredients, so you know nothing's tampered with. Make the products, put it against his own screen paint, show that there's a difference. If you can't show there's a difference, you can't lay claim to Digital One because you can't say I made the company up. It's been around for years, longer than you. So if I want to give away my codes to my screen paint product from 7 years ago, I have that right.
The sounds
Because these are little things he's going to cry about. He's going to cry for one and say, hey, look, you know, that's my product. Oh, you're claiming a product that has black and white paint, because that's pretty much what this stuff is. So you can't make the claim it's yours. And again, like I said, you didn't exist when this company existed. You could prove us wrong by making the ingredients live for everybody to see it and see it doesn't match, but you're not going to do that because it's going to match your product with no problem. So you're stuck. Now, interesting fact, the large screen you're seeing is what we call the Digital1 mid-gray. The mid-gray has silver in it. It has silver in it and it has glitter in it. That's the mid-gray. If you look at his products, and the ones we made matched this screen, we did it with black and white paint. We didn't have to bother putting the silver gray in at all. You will never see the gray at all, but they put it in there anyway, but you won't see it. Pause here, people. Now, I know when you watch the demonstration with the P2, it's quite an expensive projector. We're not using the P2 at the end of the day. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a couple of these on eBay. If I do find a merchant, I'll put the link below. We'll test this also too on the 3800 lumen because that was like 150 bucks. Most I paid for that was $300, but the one I got behind me is a 720p LW401 Very cheap to get. Lamps are cheap to get to like 50 bucks. That's basically about it. 4,000 lumens. And as you can see, it blends right into a screen by using this cheap projector. We're not even calibrated at all, period. So, you know, at the end of the day, you don't have to spend the money for that projector at all. At the end of the day, you can do the same thing we have here. Not even in 4K. So like I said, those of you are making this, you're making this on your screen tonight. I'm not saying that it's a bad product because the technology we have, yes, it's more superior. But as I'm saying before, it has its limitations. I'm not going to come on here and tell you it's going to do the same thing as the black screens. It's not going to do it. Or the gray screens or red screens or the technology we develop now. It's not. I'm being honest with you here. But at the end of the day, like I said, if you're going to be doing this in the dark, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you don't have to spend a lot of money for an expensive projector because, you know, he hyped that up that you had to have this expensive 4K projector. Yeah, right, whatever. Doing the same thing with his own screen paint up here with 720p. So, no, you don't have to spend all that money for that junk. You don't have to calibrate bull crap and do any of that nonsense at all. We're using the screen paint products right now. He used that screen paint. Keep in mind, the screen paints we have right now, he used it on a calibrated projector. We're not even using calibrated over here. So, you know, you don't need all that crap to begin with. You will be in an ambient light controlled. You can't use too much light in ambient light controlled because, as I showed you before in the demonstration, we had very little window light coming in and the contrast level was faded out. So you're going to have to be in a fairly dark environment, just like his, in order to do that. Oh, let's do the fire breathing dude.
We've been waiting all year to come together.
Contrast is going to act right, okay? As long as you stay in the dark.
Have a happy and safe holiday season from Lexus.
This will be the last one. And then I'll post the information for you guys. Yep, you got it for free. gonna leave out real quick. To be fair, like I said, I gave them 8 opportunities to make the product himself. I told you I was launching a website. Did I not say that? I gave him 8 opportunities to make the product. Multiple opportunities to show that his product was different from the black and white mixture that we made from his deleted video. I gave him plenty of time. I even gave him the opportunity to do a review against Digital1crystal screen paint. This is the throwback, the old boy right here. But no, Jamie requested a Phantom. Jamie, if we gave you a real Phantom, none of your products would stand against it. We would know basically if you fake the demonstration, because one of the first thing you have to do is you have to display black paint on that screen, and black paint doesn't show up all that well. That screen produces at higher level. And if that screen came out dark, then we all know you tampered with it. So if you had the real thing up there, none of your products could be able to withstand it. All your stuff would be gone just like that. That's what it's designed to do. We took out 18 certified screens. What makes you think your product would stand against it? You're not even doing too well against my Digital1crystal screen paint. This is my throwback. Now, we gave him a chance to do a review against the Digital1crystal screen paint, offer to ship it up to him. We asked for authorization because I'm not shipping anything to his house without authorization from him first. We didn't receive any phone calls, no emails, nothing at all. He's not going to do a review against the product. It's going to match his stuff. So he had plenty enough opportunity to prove that his product wasn't what it was. Like say if you say, okay, it's different from you guys, you don't want to do any demonstrations, so you can't back your product. And I sure enough wouldn't lay claim to this stuff because at the end of the day, it's black and white paint by the ingredients. So you are admitting it is, or are you admitting it's not? And like I said, you can't say it's not because you haven't done the test yet to prove that it's not. And that's where you're at right now. Until then, that site is hitting we got about, the first day, we got not a lot, but we got about 3,000 or 4,000 hits on the first day. People coming in and copying down the ingredients. Because we can tell exactly what page is being hit the most. It'll give us a counter on which page, when we go and analyze the page at the website, we can tell which pages are being hit the most, or actually being seen the most. And that page is getting a heck of a lot of hits off of it. So you're going to have several different kinds of people going to hit that page. You're going to have those that just don't like us at all. They're definitely going to hit the page first because they want to see whether or not they want to prove me wrong at the end of the day. And they're the ones going to get the more serious wake-up call because they're the ones that are the believers. They're the ones going to hit that page, make that paint. It's going to blend into their screen, and they're going to be ticked. I can't wait to see those demonstrations. You will never see those demonstrations. They're never going to happen. They're going to keep that behind closed doors. Those that are curious, they want to see exactly if the paint's good or not. And they're definitely going to be in there getting it. And then you got those at the end of the day that just don't want to spend $85 for something that they can pretty much, make off the site. And seeing by the results already of the demonstration, it looks darn freaking good with the lights out, don't it? Especially with a projector I'm using behind me, it cost me $270. That's it. Man, no calibrating, none of that nonsense needed. Yeah, you know why you were told to calibrate your projector? Because when you're using a projector of his caliber, like a P3, or sorry, P2 projector, that caliber projector, the image is going to look much different than what you're going to have at home. He's using a 4K, laser or something projector, that's what it is. So the image is going to look different. And you're going to contact them and say, hey, look, how come my image doesn't look the same way as yours does? Well, of course, he has a high-end projector. But he's going to tell you that you need to calibrate your projector to get the colors just right so basically it can look more like his projector. Or you have to use in an ambient controlled environment when you try to use it with the lights on and your screen starts to wash or fade out. That's what the two things are going to use. All projection screen companies use that particular same form of method. Got a bag full of cane upstairs. I think I got an annihilator in there. Anyway, yeah, that's what you're going to be told. If that was the case, and the screen did all the work, the leisure projector, the projector was sitting on top, it was a ViewSonic on top of the roof with the screen, would have looked exactly like his screen with or without the lights on. And neither one of them do look like his screen at all, period. They don't have the same caliber projector, that's why. That's why I tell people, you go to the show booths and stuff, and you sit down, you look at I've been to a couple of booths, before they had the ultra short throws, they had the long throws behind you. And you sit in the booth and go, man, the screen looks amazing. And very few people turn around and ask, so how much does the projector cost in the back? Very few people ask about the projector. They're amazed on the screen. You got the nice seating area, you got the movie posters, You got little arts and stuff all throughout the environment. People sit down in their chairs and they lean back, get nice and comfortable, and they go, wow, they like this, man. I would love to have something like this in my basement. Then that screen comes on, boom, and looking at that, wow. They're just taken by the environment. You're distracted by the piece of equipment that's sitting behind them that's doing all the work. Very people go in there and go, so how much is that projector in the back? They don't ask about the projector. I do. So they tell me, yes, so and so and so. Well, how much is that projector run on the market? Oh, it's like $30,000 projector, Sony projector. Okay, I see, so and so and so. So which one's doing the work? Is the projector the screen? You got it. Can you swap that out? Can you put another projector in here so I can see if it's going to give me the same image as that one back there? Those are the people they don't like. I remember one time I ain't gonna tell you whose booth I was in, but I got it from the chair and I tried to walk over to the side of the screen to see if the angle game would turn dark on me. And the guy kept taking me and pushing me over. He said, no. This screen right here, you have to be in the center to view the optimum vision pleasure, how they put it. And the projector was basically in line with the screen. It was all calibrated to fit just right. He said, why are you over there? I said, I'm just curious what the angle game would look like. And he realized I knew what angle game was. He actually escorted me out of the booth. I like those places. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to post all the information below for you guys if I haven't put it in there. I think I put the link in there for the website, I'm pretty sure. Go on the website, check it out. There's some video demonstrations on there. I'm going to be doing some newer ones than this one, showing up the screen by itself. And we'll put that down there. We don't want none of Crow's products on the website at all, period. So this video, I'm just going to keep this on YouTube. We'll do another one just separately with just the screen by itself. That way we can have some up-to-date videos on the products. So we're going to call it the throwback. I got to finish the introduction page, which I haven't had time to get around to, but I will. All right, enjoy, test, have fun. I'm going to be putting a combo page on it pretty soon that will allow you to just experiment on different forms of glitters, and different forms of black, and so they can add into it. You can create and design your own form of screen paint personally for yourself. That's what we want you to do. Explore, have fun. All right, with that being said, thank you all and God bless.